This is The Bottom Line. The Bottom Line on 938 Live.
Singapore's mid-tier hotels are facing an oversupply of rooms and a drop in revenue generated from them. Real estate consultancy CBRE expects the number of mid-scale rooms to jump 32% from the end of last year to 9,100 rooms in 2016. Now, despite the situation, Chief Operations Officer of newly rebranded Hotel Gen in Singapore, Lothar Nessmann, tells Travis Teo he's not worried.
I think there are always going to be some ups and downs, and there's no doubt that the business trends are cyclical. Having said that, the RevPar and the growth that Singapore has, I think there is 99% of other countries and locations in Asia would love to have the numbers that Singapore has. So the base is very, very high, and the business and the volume there is still very good.
You mentioned that other countries would be happy to have the figures, the statistics that Singapore hotels or in this mid-tier segment are reporting at the moment, which, if we look at the STB figures, is about a range of maybe 140 to 170 revenue per room. So can we just get a sense of a comparison of the other markets around the region?
Well, I think clearly Singapore is on the top echelon of the RevPar in Asia. If we're looking at the nearby neighbors of Singapore, if we're looking at Manila or we're looking at KL, these two locations are significantly weaker in RevPar. Bangkok at this point also, of course, because of the ongoing situation, is also significantly weaker. Singapore is very much on the top of the mountain on this.
But if you look at some of the reports out from the real estate consultancies, for example, JLL and CBRE, they have both highlighted an oversupply situation in the mid-tier segment. So how do you explain that, and how do you plan to remain competitive in this market?
Well, there will be new properties coming online all the time, and those properties that are existing have to reinvent themselves with the market as well. We have to be very adaptable to the service. We have to understand what the customer wants. Our brand Hotel Gen, we're going to be looking very clearly at the millennial market. We're going to be looking at the young at heart traveler.
You mentioned the millennium market. Is this the particular segment you are targeting at, and why this segment especially so?
The millennials are basically those in the 80s. They're born in the 80s. Millennials are, without a doubt, going to be the market segment of the future. I think that within the next 5-6 years, they're going to make up 50% of our workforce. They're certainly going to be making up 75% of the traveling market. Having said that, this is not the only segment that we're looking at. We definitely want to understand, and do understand, that the existing market that we have actually become young at heart.
Right. Young at heart, so you're talking about these people are becoming more tech savvy. Is that what you're getting at?
Well, it's not only tech savvy. It's in the way that they travel. It's in the type of food that they eat. It's in the way that they dress. It's in the type of locations that they like to go out to. They want to experience something new. They're very willing to go to the street markets. They're very willing to go to experience what the city is about. And not only that, but the young at heart are now also very much into Wi-Fi and social media. Social media is going to play a very, very big part in our business model.